Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Claudia. If you didn't already know, please comment, like and subscribe. I'm really trying to grow my channel and I appreciate you being here anyway. Let me go straight into tonight's episode's review. Guys, honestly, tonight's episode was so messy. There was so much flirting. I feel it was full of drama. And I think overall, I would say the house was on fire. Okay, both houses were on fire. It was just so much going on. So obviously, we see the first scene, the islanders discovering the new sleepover house. And let me tell you, everyone's jaw basically just dropped to the ground. Everyone's acting up and, like basically as if they're seeing Casa Amor's space. I basically were done it as if they're seeing Casa Amor's twin. Everyone's basically going crazy over it. We then see the OG islanders start talking. And then it's like there's a round of intros. Obviously, everyone introduces themselves. And yeah, in the main villa, we see Megan stressing about the John, rightly so. I feel like if Megan stays with the John, it'd be constant worry. The guy can't be trusted. He is just too loose. He's not ready. He's not ready to like fully settle and just behave himself. The John, behave yourself. If you really want to be with Megan, behave yourself. Yeah. So, anyways, we then see Connor and Alima have a little chat, and Connor basically says that I think he said something about it's not ideal timing that Emily is obviously gone into the sleepover house, but really and truly, Connor, you couldn't care less whether it's but like you couldn't care less. You're still in the villa with the girl that you really want to pursue, so let's not. Do you see what I mean? Let's not act like you care. Alima obviously is feeling very nervous, and but the others obviously try and really reassure her that she's got nothing to worry about. Yeah, Ramel will be cool. But I feel like Alima's instincts are working their magic. Girl, listen to your instincts, clearly. But yeah, then we go back to the sleepover house where obviously, as I was saying before, they were introducing themselves. Obviously there's Giorgio, I think his name is. Yeah, he was a former cabin crew, 30 years old, and then Poppy, 22, dental nurse. Ramel obviously commends her on her beautiful teeth. Caprice, 26, she's a children's business manager, I think children's nursery business manager. And then there's Will, who's 25, who is a PT and says he was raised on the farm. Definitely it's giving fresh batch of chaos, genuinely. Yeah, anyway, let's carry on. So then, we then see Dijon and Caprice, I guess, talk. You can tell that they definitely fancy each other. There's quite a lot of flirting going on. Actually, let me rewind that back. There is a lot of flirting going on between Caprice and Dijon. However, I think in the initial chat, Ramel thought that Caprice had chosen him because they were like asking about who chose who, and Ramel actually guessed that it was Caprice. I basically put down that I feel like the reason Ramel said Caprice is because I think on initial attraction, he probably fancied Caprice, so he was hoping that Caprice has chosen her. But plot twist, Caprice hadn't chosen him, and it was Poppy that chose him, and Caprice had actually chosen Dijon. So yeah, so then Caprice tells Dijon that she picked him based on vibes, and apparently he made her laugh and that he was her type. Will picked Emily for her sweetness. Giorgio picked Helen. He said that obviously she's had a tough time so far. And then the John still walking around saying, "That's my Megan." I mean, honestly, Dijon, you just want to have your cake and eat it at this point. What is this? It's your Megan, but you're still out there flirting like there's no tomorrow, basically. And yeah, so then we see Helen and Shakira chatting on the terrace. And then talking about Meghan and Connor. Meanwhile, Harry is staring off into space. And basically, I feel like he wasn't really in the conversation. Sorry, it wasn't Helen. I don't know. The spelling on my thing changes Harry to Helen. It was obviously Harry and Shakira chatting, and I just feel like Harry seemed very disengaged in the conversation. So Shakira was really, getting into the conversation, talking about this whole Connor and Meghan situation, and Harry was like, yeah, but the whole time he just looked like he's staring into space. He wasn't really focusing on the conversation. That's just how it came across to me. We then see Connor pulls Meghan for a chat. He tells her he knew it was obviously risky to pursue her, but he really wants to show her how serious he is. So yes, we see obviously Connor and Meghan being on full flirt mode, yeah. So anyway, then we see Tommy telling Meghan and the girls that he feels that Connor hasn't respected him or hasn't respected the situation. We then see Harry. What did I say? I said, then Harry jumps in, kind of backs Tommy with that, and says basically that Meghan isn't as innocent either, and actually that she's entertaining this whole flirting situation. That was obviously based on the chat that Harry had with Shakira, where Shakira basically said that Meghan is actually entertaining Connor as well. So yeah, then we see Connor chatting with Tommy. Tommy tells him straight like he feels disrespected, and we see Meghan sitting back, literally enjoying the drama, like she's seeing two guys basically having a serious conversation about her, and she's loving it. She's literally loving it. But I do feel like the way Meghan behaved after Tommy had spoken to her about how he feels was giving, girl, you're guilty, because at the end of the day, you don't react like that if you weren't guilty. And everything that was said in regards to you being giddy and you entertaining Connor was actually true. So why are you walking around angry, going at Shakira, shouting at everyone and just making it seem like people have done you wrong, when really you haven't been transparent to Tommy and you're playing him around? You basically said that she said something along the line as if she's playing him like a violin. Girl, you are playing him like a violin. Let's be for real. You are playing him like a violin. And like these kind of things I actually don't like. When you're wrong, just stand on it. Okay, you're wrong, but don't walk around making everyone feel like they are wrong and you are right. And basically I feel like it's just like manipulation tactics, the way she's acting. And I genuinely just really dislike Meghan, because at the beginning, I remember at the beginning of the season, I thought, what a beautiful woman. Like, she's so beautiful, but her attitude is really she really gives mean girl vibes and just like entitlement vibes. And yeah, she's definitely not my kind of girl. Not that it matters, but I'm just saying, like, in my opinion, I don't like the girl, and I don't really like how she treats Tommy. Not that Tommy is like my favorite character or anything, but I just don't like seeing people being so yeah. At the end of the day, we're adults here. Just like stand on your decision and stop playing people around. Just like give them a chance to also move on, but stop playing them. You see what I mean? So yeah, I'm not really a big fan of Meghan at all in this situation, and she's so wrong for how she's handling the whole thing. Especially also knowing now when she was told that Tommy was getting emotional, cried, and we saw no scene of her even acknowledging that fact. Yeah, which, oh well, yeah. Anyways, we then see again back into the sleepover house to John and Capri's heavy flirting, their first proper chat, obviously talking about marriage and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, we also see Poppy and Ramel, again, heavy flirting, to the point where Poppy's hands are shaking, like she's literally shaking. She's so nervous speaking to him. She must really like him, or I don't know what the hell it is. But yeah, these boys are really, really enjoying their time away, you know. So yeah, we see the John feeding Capri's grapes, like they're on some sort of honeymoon. She's obviously buzzing. Meanwhile, obviously, I'm really worried for Megan, because her man is doing bits. That's for sure. Anyways, then we see Emily and Helen talk, and I think Emily basically says that she ain't feeling the conversation that she's having with Will. I don't blame her. The guy seems quite boring. He seems nice, don't get me wrong, but he seems very boring. Obviously, Harry Harry then says he's nervous about De Jong. This is obviously going back to the main villa. Harry says that he's kind of worried about his boy De Jong being off the leash. Obviously, with good reason. We've already seen this unfold. So yeah, we get it. Alima, then this is when they were going to bed. Alima makes it very clear that if obviously Ramel did come back with a girl, then it's done. She ain't gonna entertain him anymore. Megan, on the other hand, still playing victim in bed, talking nonsense. And then, yeah, Tommy was just like, you know what, I'm done, kind of thing. He didn't say it, but we see him walk away from her in bed. And it's just so annoying to watch her not taking any accountability and really twisting it around and kind of just demanding him to believe her. Like, she keeps saying like, oh, you're going to believe Harry over me. Yes, he is going to believe Harry over you, because everything Harry said is actually true. Like, stop playing games. Like, just stand on your decision. Like, stop playing the guy, you know. Anyway, we then see that actually Ramel, this is back into so back into the sleepover house, we see that Ramel actually ended up sleeping in the same bed as Poppy. And also, he obviously then said when they woke up that obviously they were very touchy-feely. She was like, oh, he didn't even leave me alone, something along the lines of that. And then obviously he says that was kind of missing with Alima. But it was interesting to see that Dejan actually didn't sleep in the same bed as Caprice. But we all know he probably wanted to, but he didn't, so we must give him that. In the morning, in the main house, we then see Harry bring Meghan a coffee. Now, this scene, again, annoyed me so much because Meghan opens the coffee, or whatever it was that he brought her, and says, I don't even want it. The girl is so full of herself. Like, yeah, you're beautiful, but, you know, I feel like even when you're beautiful, like, if you have a bad attitude, it kind of takes away from your beauty. So I'm not a fan of Meg. I'm literally not a fan of Megan. I just don't like people like that. Like, she just seems full of herself, no accountability. Just because you're beautiful, you just feel like you've got everyone wrapped around your finger. You're going around talking anyhow to people. You just think you're that girl. I'm sorry, you're not that girl actually. But anyway, me going up off on a rant. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of Megan, as you can tell. Anyway, we then see Alima and Megan sit down to talk about how they're feeling. Tommy gets really emotional, as I had said before, but obviously in this scene we see Tommy actually getting emotional and, you know, actually crying, which kind of, I felt bad for him. And obviously it's just so clear that, you know, he feels like he's losing Megan, like he's kind of hurt. And yeah, we then see Helen and Giorgio share a little laugh, and they're kind of chatting away. And yeah, to be fair, I'm obviously not Helen's biggest fan, but to me, like that scene, I felt kind of happy to see Helen kind of smile again, you know. And then back at the sleepover house, obviously to John still feeding Caprice these grapes, for goodness sake. And yeah, so she also then says that she wanted him in her bed last night. Then we see Emily and Will chat again, but I don't know whether there is any sparks there. But yeah. Moving on, Harry and Meghan chat again. He's still defending himself while she dodges responsibility. I just feel like I don't get why Harry even apologized to Meghan. Harry had nothing to apologize for. Again, like, this girl is so manipulative. She's making everyone feel bad. Yeah, so she's making everyone feel bad over her actions. Harry ended up apologizing, like I said, which I don't get. And then she's like, "Yeah, I forgive you, girl. You have nothing to forgive anyone for. Like, just take accountability, for goodness sake, Meghan. Like, what is going on with you?" She was like, obviously, the comment that I said before, saying, "Oh, you know, people are going on like she's playing him like a violin." You got that right. You finally said something. You are playing him like a violin, as I said before. And it's so annoying. These scenes just annoy me so much. Anyway, we then see Connor takes Meghan to the terrace. And long story short, they end up kissing, not once, but twice. And yeah, that's it. It happened. Consider Meghan and Tommy done, because I can't see them come back together. It just feels like this is it now. We're going to have to see how that transpires, but we all know that kiss is not going to stay a secret. It's going to spread around the villa like a wildfire. It's like a ticking time bomb, basically. Tommy later tells Meghan that she's turned the whole thing around on him, which obviously, yes, she has. And then she kind of just shrugs it off and says, let them crack on. So obviously this conversation between Tommy, not the Irish Meghan, but Tommy and, let's say, DeJohn's Meghan. But yeah, back in the main villa, the islanders get a text. And they get a video showing what the islanders have been up to. Meghan's face in shock. Alima absolutely raging at Ramel. Like, can you blame them? So basically, obviously she was annoyed about the comment that Ramel made that saying no one's closed off, and the way he said that with Vim at the time when they all first got to, like, sat down and got into the sleepover house. But yeah, that is the end of the review today. Yeah, definitely certain points really annoyed me. Mainly Meghan. Meghan just bloody annoyed me in this episode so much. Her true colours basically came out. But let me tell you, the review, or the preview, sorry, for tomorrow is looking spicy. We see lots of kissing going on. It seems like there's going to be a lot of drama because Maya Jama comes in as well. So I don't know what's going to happen. It looks like it might be a recoupling. I don't know if anyone will get dumped. Will they stay loyal at this point? Will they go back to their old partner? Like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe comment down below what you think, what you guys... Yeah, so if you have any suggestions of what you think is going to happen tomorrow, please feel free and comment down below. Give me some engagement. I'd love that. But yeah, it's clear that tomorrow's episode ain't gonna be no joke. We're gonna definitely have some fireworks, that's for sure. So what's gonna happen? Yeah, should Tommy walk away? Is DeJohn the biggest player in there? I would say so. That's without a doubt. And I also feel like Tommy should bloody walk away from Meghan, because she doesn't deserve him. And to be fair, I don't think that he's really her type. She was just trying to play it safe at the beginning, I think. Either way, thank you so much all for watching. If you have watched to the end and if you enjoy it, please do comment, like and subscribe. And I really do appreciate, like, any single watch and like or comment, whatever. I do really appreciate it, and I do enjoy making these videos, and I am trying my best to be consistent. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.